We seek refuge in God from the outlet Satan. In the name of God, the most exalted. Peace and salutation upon Prophet Muhammad and his progeny. Once again, I welcome you to our show, Quran and Today's Life. The topic today we're going to talk about is about the role of social conducts in behavior of people. So that is why we have invited one of the prominent teachers in Islamic Seminary of Qom, Hujjatul Islam wal Muslimin Dawoodi. We would like to go to him and know about him more and talk about this very important issue and know about it more. In last session of this program, we have talked about the Christians and the Jew, how we have to conduct with them, how we have to treat with them. And he has explained a lot for us. So today, we have a lot of questions left. So let's go to him and know about him more. Assalamu alaikum, sir. Welcome to your show. Thanks for your time. Would you like to have your introductory words?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Thank you very much. And also I say hello and salam to all of the viewers. And I am at your service.
Thank you for your time. God bless you, sir. So, as I mentioned, we have talked about the Christian and Jews in society and how we have to have a social conduct with them. So today, we would like to know and find out, so what is our duty as a Muslims in general, how we have to, treat and how we have to behave in the society, personally, individually. So, would you please let us know?
In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Teaching of Islam and finding out the person as a Muslim regarding to the society has got different duties and responsibilities, of course, regarding to the society, regarding to himself, and regarding to the society in different angles, of course, those who are not Muslims. And now, generally, we want to talk about your question, I think, was about the general behaviors of the Muslims among the society. No difference between Muslims and non-Muslims. Many verses in Holy Quran shows us the way how a Muslim should be in the society. Some of them are, moral recommendations that the Holy Quran has advised Muslims, if you want to live together peacefully, you must be like this. And some of them are related to the law and some other, aspects of the society. One by one, I would say some verses. I have collected some verses from Holy Quran, and we explain about them. First of all, you suppose I, as a person, human, and after that as a Muslims, want to live in the society with the others. You suppose that one of the other humans, other brothers, not other Muslims, another person in the society has got a problem. How should I treat with this problem? Should I be calm and say, it is your own problem, it is not my problem? Or no, I've got a special duty. It is very important how to, deal with the other's problem. The Holy Quran says, as a Muslims, you have got your own duty to the others too. Of course, if someone else needs, something, he has got a problem in his life, of course, it is my duty to help him or her. For example, one of them is called financial problem. If somebody refers to me and says, I want to, get some money from you as a loan, should I pay to him or not? The Holy Quran says, وَقْرَضُوا اللَّهُ قَرْضًا حَسَنًا. Give loan to the people, But the Quran says, this is loan to the God. You have got a loan to the God, because this is the recommendation of Allah. Allah wants Muslims to help the others.
So sorry to interrupt you here, but two questions come to my mind. First of all, I would like and find out, is it, if you don't know a person, so you can give him a loan, you can borrow him money. And the second issue is that about if a person is Christian or Jew, shall I or should I, borrow him money or her?
In this verse of the Holy Quran does not mention the person who is, receiving loan from you, okay, and you are lending him some money, if he is a Muslims or non-Muslims. Because morally we are talking about the issue, okay, we do not go to the, some other parts of the matter. But we say this is completely moral to help the others. It is very important. No difference. The ayah, the verse of Holy Quran does not mention to give loan and help lend some money to Muslims or non-Muslims. No difference. Here says, وَقْرُضُ اللَّهُ قَرْضًا حَسَنًا. So this is a loan to the God. It is as well as giving loan to the God, because Allah has recommended to give money to him. It is very important too.
So how we can trust a person? We don't know him, so he comes and asks, okay, I need some money, please borrow me some money. So in this case, what does Quran say?
We should consider its usual, needs. In the country, every country, if I want to give money to someone, I should know him. I should, for example, get a receipt or something like this. It is, important and usual. But morally, it is very important to know the Holy Quran recommend us to help the others, even if they need money. Because help is different. Sometimes a person is going to, you suppose, elderly, those people who are old, he or she wants to pass, the street. He or she needs help. It is another help. It's one kind of help. So in this case, I help him or I help her. But the Holy Quran says, even they need money, even they have got the... So helping others is very important in Holy Quran.
So you mean here, God would just want to say, if you have the ability to help other people, so you should not say, okay, it's not my business, none of my business, or something like that. All right, I got it now.
Because in some societies nowadays, the people, you refer even to your own brother and say, I need some money. You said, yeah, this is your own problem. It is not my problem. The Holy Quran says, if you are rich enough to help him, you have to. And many different things that I'm not talking about just only giving loan, okay, lending money or so on. I want to go to the heart of the matter, which is helping the others.
All right.
In another verse in Holy Quran says, وَإِنْ كَانَ ذُو عُسْرَةٍ. If they have got a difficulty, the difficulty is not only financial, many different, difficulties. So if he or she, a person in a society is confronting a difficulty, how should I treat him? It is very important. The Holy Quran says, فَنَظْرَةٌ إِلَى مَيْسَرِهِ وَأَن تَصَدَّقُوا خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ. If he is finding a difficulty, okay, I should consider his problem. It is very important.
Difficulties.
Yeah.
Any kind of difficulties, so we have to help him and assist him to solve his issue.
To solve the issue.
Okay. Could you please count some of the difficulties? For example, first one you have mentioned about a physical problem or financial problems that anyone faces, so we have to help him, she or he. Okay. So would you please elaborate and let us know other difficulties that is related to this verse of Quran?
So because we were talking about the how Muslims conduct in the society generally, as you said, we will go to the others, parts. There is a verse in Holy Quran that says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kunu qawwamina bil qist. Oh, you believers. Okay, so here is talking about believers, because non-believers do not follow the recommendations of Holy Quran. Oh, you believers, what should we do now? The Holy Quran says, Kunu qawwamina bil qist. You have to be just in your society. not only be just, it is very important. The Holy Quran says, didn't say that be just, only be just. قَوَّامِينَ بِالْقِسْطِ means be just and try the other people in a society to be just. So establish justice in the society. It is very important too. One of the recommendations of the Islam is enjoining peoples to the good. It is very important. If all of the people in the society enjoins the others to the goods, okay, many different problems will solve, easily. The same, the Holy Quran says, because just is a good action, of course, and justice is good. So you have to not only be just, but you have to try the justice to be widespread in all over the society. So Kunu Qawwamina bil Qist has two messages. First of all, for me as a Muslim, I should be just, and after that, related to the society, I should try the whole society to be just too. This is another. So you suppose that I am in a society, I want to trade with the others, I want to teach, I want to do this, that, and so on. Many different things that I am going to do in a society. Just you suppose that I consider that I be just, every problem will solve.
How can be solved when you let the justice to be rampant
Okay.
and rife in the society? So how somehow you could, if we can, in this last moment of this, show.
Yeah. Why do we have a police?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the police has its own duty to solve the people's problem. Why the peoples have problem together?
Mm-hmm.
Because they are not just.
Okay.
I treat my neighbor in unjust way. So we have to go to the police and treat them. And maybe the other problems. You suppose that I refer to the court. Okay, I try to do different things according to with the others. So the court, the police, or so on, they have come to solve these kinds of problems. If I be just, and justice is going to be widespread in all over the country, all of them will be solved.
Thank you very much. So please hold on here. Let's have intermission and break. We'll be back again to your audience. Stay with us. We'll be back. Welcome back. You're watching Quran and Today's Life. We are with our expert, Hujjatul Islam wal Muslimin, Dawoodi from Islamic Seminary of Qom. He was telling us about the role of social conducts in behavior of people. And we reached to this point that he was telling about the problems among the Muslim society, or human problems. He was telling us about when people are facing problems financially or something. So we as a Muslim, how we have to act and how we have to behave, and what Holy Quran says about this regard. So let's go to him and know more about it. Okay, sir, thank you for your explanation. Already we have it. Okay, now I want to know, do we have other thing about these problems in the society we are facing with? So how we have to handle with it, how we have to overcome with it, how we have to help. So first of all, we have pointed out about the financial and physical problems. So how about the next one?
Of course. Thank you to, of course, staying with me and following, the discussion. The Holy Quran teachings is going further. It's not only about the financial problem or so on, but most of the financial problems is related to the society, a kind of conduct between the people. So because of this, we're talking about it. The things that the Muslims should do as a believers, I mentioned one of them is giving loan, helping the others. and even in Holy Quran is talking about not using usurp. It is very important too, because when I'm using usurp in a society, when the society is confronting a problem, financial problem, so I refer to someone and he is going to give me some money and receiving much more. So in this case, not only my problem solved, but I confront another problem that I should give something more to him. So not to give usurps and not to receive it, it is very important, of course, to help the others financially, borrowing them money, it is another thing. Let's go further, not only about the financial problems. The other things that they mention, that the Holy Quran mentions, is in a society, when I enter the society, how should I behave? How should I have my own treatment as a good person, not as a good, only as a good Muslims? So the Holy Quran goes further and mentions this very nice holy verse in the Holy Quran, Surah number 24, verse 27. It says, يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تدخلوا بيوتا غير بيوتكم حتى تستأنسوا وتسلموا على أهلها. It is very important when I want to enter a house, okay, this house, if it is not belong to me, okay, without the permission I shouldn't enter the house. It is very important, because you suppose that this is his own property. Without the permission of the owner, I shouldn't enter the house. So first of all, I should ask permission. I remember a very, very nice, even in a history at the time of the Prophet, a Muslim who was living in Medina. To clarify the situations to the viewers, okay, and the audiences that they maybe do not know about the situation of the Medina, I should say that Medina was a city that it was called Medina after the Prophet, peace be upon him, started to live there. But before, its name was something else. It was called Ta'if, as far as I remember. So in Medina, even Jewish people were living too. So there were both Muslims and non-Muslims. There used to be a garden, maybe not very big one, but one person who was a Muslim had a tree, a palm tree, inside the garden. And inside the garden there was a house, and the people who were living in the house were not Muslims, they were Jewish. All the time that person who was Muslim used to come to see his own palm tree and do something and so on and so on, but without their permission, all the time used to enter the house. So the owner came to the Prophet and said, he has a palm tree inside my garden. It is his own property, but the garden is belong to me. But all the time when he entered the house, he doesn't get permission. He doesn't ask permission. So the Prophet started to talk to him first. He said, okay, you should consider. But he didn't, follow the Prophet's recommendation once, twice, or so on. I don't want to exactly talk about the history, but it is very important. He said after he didn't accept and he was following his own behavior, bad behavior, the Prophet came to the others and said, go to the garden and cut the tree and say to him that go wherever you want to,
cultivate this
of
thing,
course.
okay.
So it is very important. In this case, conducting to the Jewish person, Jewish family, and the Muslims, the Prophet said, yeah, this is their own property, because it is their own properties. It is very important. If I want to enter a house, I should ask permission first. Another things in Holy Quran, to go further, if I receive a gift from someone. The Holy Quran says, إِذَا حُيِّيتُم بِتَحِيَّةٍ فَحَيُّوا بِأَحْسَنٍ. If I receive something good, not only gift, because sometimes the behavior, yeah, I address you in a very good behavior. I say hello to you, shake hand or so on. Sometimes I give a gift to you or so on. So if you receive anything good from somebody, you should reply it in a better way. This is the recommendation of Holy Quran. إِذَا حُيِّيتُم بِتَحِيَّةٍ فَحَيُّوا بِأَحْسَنٍ. بِأَحْسَنٍ in Arabic word means it must be in a better way, of course. So what does it show in a society? Because if you suppose that two neighbors, if my neighbors came and do something good to me, okay, tomorrow I do something better. So you suppose the result is a better life, better, of course, way of living without the problems, without the difficulties that nowadays people have. It is very important too.
So you talked about this, giving gift or giving something to a person. It reminds me something from the saying of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He says, if you do not have anything to give it as a gift to a person, just smile at him or her. This is the smallest gift we can give to a
Beautiful,
person.
yes.
So just to give some more, we can say to follow your topics, I just add listening because you are the expert of this program and I'm just a host. So could you please let us know, is there something left about this, for example,
Yes.
in the personal, conduct in the society as a Muslim or as a human?
Yeah. As a person, not only Muslims, we consider being Muslims, but not only Muslims. To conduct to the other people in a society, what should I do? The Holy Quran says, if you give a promise to someone, keep your own promise. It is very important. Yeah, because in this time, the people cannot trust each other anymore. Yeah, the Holy Quran recommend extremely to the Muslims that Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu, O those believers, ufu bil uqud, keep your promises. It is very important because if I do not keep my promise, what will happen in a society? The people do not trust each other anymore. It is another recommendations. I said before that there are many different, recommendations like this. Most of them are moral recommendations, but related to the society. I want to live in a society. How should be as a Muslim? The Holy Quran's teaching says I should keep my promise too, as well as the other recommendations that we mentioned and the others that inshallah we are going to mention in future. So this verse of Holy Quran, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu ufu bil uqud, is going to recommend us to keep our promises, because in this way the people cannot trust each other and they cannot have a good living together. Another verse. Shall we go further? So another verse, we say, in Holy Quran said, خُذِ الْعَافَةَ.
You mean forgiveness?
Yeah, forgiveness. Mm-hmm. It is very important. These recommendations of Holy Quran. So خُذِ الْعَافَةَ. If somebody did something wrong to you, you should forgive him easily. Yeah. Do not try to do it in a bad way or worse way, of course. Yeah. So خُذِ الْعَافَةَ here means, O believers, you should forgive the people's, problem easily. وَأْمُرْ بِالْعُرْفِ وَعَرِضْ عَنِ الْجَاهِلِينَ. Here has the recommendations. If you want to forgive them, you'd better to be away from the ignorance, because Holy Quran, this verse wants to show us that if you do not forgive the people's problem, you are the same as the others, ignorant too. So to be wise, a wise person is somebody that easily forgive.
So about the forgiveness, you are pointing out. So, as a human being, when somebody hurts you, so it's not easy to forgive because, our nature wants to retaliate it. So, I would like you in this last moment of this show, please let us know how, in 2 words, so how you mean this.
Of course, yeah. It is very difficult, but in 1 word, as you said, that we do not have enough time, I would say that try and treat. Try and treat to be like this. Of course, it is very difficult sometimes that I forget the problems that the others have made to me. But the Holy Quran recommends us, try it little by little. I get used to, the activity, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you very much for your elaboration. And thank you, dear viewers, you watching us so far. And as the experts say, please do not lose our temper and follow the Islamic rulings and teachings of Holy Quran. And I hope you have benefited this session of the program, and watch us in the next episode of this program. Have a nice time. See you.